We are often taught to look outside of ourselves for answers about love, to ask friends, to read signs, to analyze text and timing. But the most reliable guidance that you have has always been within you. Today, we're talking about the role of intuition in love, how to recognize it, trust it, and stop confusing it with fear, fantasy, or attachment. So, what intuition actually is? Intuition is not anxiety, it's not overthinking, and it's not emotional reactivity. Intuition is quiet clarity. It's the inner knowing that doesn't argue, it doesn't rush, it doesn't need proof, it just simply knows. And in love, intuition is your internal compass. So let's look at intuition versus fear versus attachment. One of the biggest blocks to trusting intuition is confusion. Here's how to tell the difference. Fear feels urgent, loud, and catastrophic. Attachment feels gripping, longing, and restless. Intuition feels calm, steady, and grounded. So, intuition doesn't pressure, it informs. If something feels frantic or obsessive, it's not intuition. So, let's look at how intuition communicates in relationships. So, intuition speaks through subtle discomfort, repeated inner nudges, physical sensations like tight chest, heaviness, ease, a sense of alignment or misalignment. Often, intuition whispers before the mind, rationalizes. So, the earlier you listen, the less pain you accumulate. So, why we ignore our intuition in love? Well, we ignore intuition when we want something to work, or we fear being alone, or we doubt ourselves. We prioritize potential over reality, and intuition doesn't negotiate without desire. So it speaks truth, even when it disrupts the fantasy. So trust in your intuition without acting impulsively. It's trusting intuition doesn't mean immediate action. It means not dismissing it, not overriding it, giving it space to clarify. Sometimes intuition says, wait. Sometimes it says speak. And sometimes it says leave. Wisdom is listening without rushing. So, what's the difference in intuition and boundaries? So, intuition is the foundation of healthy boundaries. Boundaries aren't rules, they're responses to inner guidance. When intuition says this doesn't feel right, a boundary protects that knowing. Ignoring intuition erodes your self trust, honoring it strengthens it. So, when intuition leads to peace, really one of the clearest signs you're following intuition is peace. Not excitement, not intensity, not chaos, just peace. So even when decisions are difficult, they feel clean. No inner negotiation, no self betrayal, just clarity. So, how do you strengthen intuition and love? First, you slow down decision making, and then you spend time in stillness. Sometimes you may need to regulate your nervous system. Journal without censoring, notice patterns and not moments. Intuition grows stronger when the mind gets quieter. So let's look at what intuition is not. Intuition is not avoidance disguised as wisdom. It's not fear dressed as spirituality. It's not reaction based on past wounds. It's not a voice that demands urgency. True intention is steady, it's not dramatic. So you don't need more signs. You don't need, or really what you need is more self-trust. Your intuition has been guiding you all along, not to control love, but to protect your truth. So when you trust it, love becomes clearer, choices become cleaner, and self-respect becomes natural. So if this resonated, I want you to comment down below. How does intuition show up for you? Is it body sensation? Is there an inner voice? Or do you have a feeling? And if you're choosing self, trust, and love, subscribe to the channel. Don't miss the next video, because this channel is about inner guidance, not outer validation. And I will see you guys in the next video.